In this video, I'll explain the actual start and end date options for tasks. These settings are all applied at the system level and then at the project level or project template level and also the tasks. So you can see these checkboxes. That means it'll copy whatever these settings are down to all of your active projects and tasks when you check them. But the first option here is to allow the task owner to set actual start and end dates. If you turn this on, then they will receive an input on the status layer that they can actually put the actual start and end dates. Normally we leave this off because most people use this setting down here, which is automatically set the task actual start date when. You can say no auto population, or when the status is updated, or so when there's percent complete is changed, that means the status has changed, or when it was scheduled to start, or when a time entry was created, or when a time entry is created and then you can't ever edit it again. You see no editing allowed means that once it's set, it cannot be edited by anybody except for a PM. But normally people will set this to be the first time the status changes is when the actual start date will be set. And then same thing here for the end date when the percent complete is changed. So when it's marked complete, for example, you can't actually set an actual end date until the task is marked complete. Same thing with the actual start doesn't normally get set unless some kind of status changes happened. But that's what this setting does, allows the task owner to modify or manually put them in. And then these options kind of work with that setting to automatically populate the actual start and end dates of tasks when things happen. Here, you'll see these two options calculate the schedule based on the actual start date. So if you turn this on and then calculate the schedule based on the actual end date, that means that the schedule, if you have either of these on, if the team member changes the actual start and end date, then the schedule will actually use the actual start or end date depending on these flags if there's a value. So most PMs don't really want the actual start date to change their schedule for them automatically, but sometimes you do want that. Or maybe you just want to change the schedule based on the actual end date. That's what this setting will do. Finally, this other setting, the actual start date can be sent when the percent complete is 0. If you want there to be an actual start date, even if there's no action on the task, you can do this. So if this is not on, if it's off, it means if you were to reset the task to not started or put the task to 0% complete, then the actual start date gets cleared. If you want to have the actual start date be able to be put in, even if the task has no status change, you can turn this on. So that's in a nutshell what these settings do. Feel free to contact support if you need some extra help with these features. It's an advanced setting.